Hey guys, uh, joined by one of my boys,
That's me.
and about to play some Overwatch competitive for the Garbage Gang stream. But yeah, what were we talking about? Do you think the uh, Justice League Beyond is best Justice League?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, is
The animated series better than...
well, Justice League Beyond was the
Oh, yeah, sorry. Space, I was thinking Justice League Unlimited.
ah
Um,
Justice League Unlimited was
I mean,
dope though.
I have like almost no opinion on it, so they're in like 2 episodes, maybe.
Yep, they sure are. Yeah, you got to read the comics to get more of them.
Uh, and I don't really have a huge hard-on for Batman Beyond, and I've had little interest in reading his comics.
Oh man, I love Terry. And I have read his comic. In fact, I own a shit ton of his comics actually. They're spectacular. I absolutely. He had like during the whole Rebirth and New 52, he was one of the few guys who had like a very powerful run in the New 52.
I mean, that's fair. Um, again, um, like, because I, and unfortunately, I don't get anything for this. But like Batman, this is my big thing. Batman,
Yeah,
I like as like a detective.
yeah,
Not super gadgets Batman. Give him a Batmobile, give him a grappling hook. I'm pretty happy.
gotcha. That's fair.
But I like Batman when he actually has to problem solve. Not I'll go back to the Batcave and come up with some bullshit that fixes the problem. Which is what he is. Not all the time, but
That
more of the time than I like.
yeah. Well, he's definitely been written both.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
that's
that's
why I
why
like the animated series so much.
yeah, I think that's why I
It's,
appreciate BTAS because they know how to blend both. Um,
yeah, he's got some wacky shit, but that's like few and far between. Most of the time, he's got a grappling hook, he got
yeah,
karate, and he got to figure out how to solve all these problems with those two things.
yeah. He definitely has like he definitely comes up with some bullshit in the Batcave, but like he
Yeah,
just like makes a cure for like some like the Joker toxin each week. But
like,
like, but you're
but
right.
I got no problem with him being like a scientist to a degree. Like, I don't have a problem with him coming up with things that seem more or less reasonable. Like, oh, he found out how to counteract Joker gas.
Yeah,
Okay, fair
new
enough.
string of Joker Venom. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
To be fair, like that's cool. The I know it's a bit off topic, but don't you love the fact that the Flash in like a lot of stuff, a lot of comics and what have you, is depicted as this like super genius. Like he's the scientist of the team when he's just a forensic scientist
Yeah,
who has interest in like chemistry or greater sciences, but he's somehow a super de duper genius. Like he's comic books genius still, but he's just a forensic scientist.
I mean, he's got more than Batman.
Yeah, Batman probably just
Batman,
like
I
studied a
learned
couple things.
karate and ninja shit, and I'm rich. Also, I got a PhD I won't talk about.
I think he
I'm sure he's got a
does.
PhD in
Obsessed.
some fucking run. Because I'm sure someone along the line saw like, Batman's making some crazy shit for a guy who just beats up bad guys. We should probably give him a reason to be able to come up with some crazy bullshit.
Yeah.
Um, but
I'm just. I'm in the death match before you get into a competitive match. I'm just walking around this Reaper, touching him so he sees me and saying hi, and then just walking around him and he keeps missing. He just keeps shooting around himself and keeps missing me. He No,
you know
he
what? For
found
this,
it. Damn it, he found a game. I was having fun freaking him out. Damn it. That was funny.
for
But
this build, I might actually only dip one level into Warlock because I do want its abilities.
yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a
They are
reason
really
I'm only going. I'm literally only going 3 levels into Barbarian, and then I'm just like, after that, I'm going to, just like,
focus cleric.
yeah. Then I'm only going Cleric. Like, I need only 3 levels in that Barbarian to get the skill I want, and then yeah, I have no reason to keep going into it any further.
Well, if I was doing a different uh, Warlock build for what we're doing, like if I was doing Celestial, I'd want to go a lot more levels into it because being able to recharge cures on short rest would
Yeah,
be really fucking good
that's very
because they get
true.
all their spell slots back on short rest.
Nice.
Downside is they get no spell slots.
Yeah.
I think at most they have like 4.
Um,
But I'm debating how much I need to go in there to maximize what I get.
but I did like Batman Beyond a lot, by the way. I really,
Oh, I do like Batman Beyond, but I like it for different reasons than I like Batman. Future is more or less irrelevant to me. It's just a different thing for me. Because again, like, one of the things I like about Batman is an underdog. I like characters who don't got raw power, they gotta think through a problem. That's what I like about Batman the animated series is most of the time that's what he's doing. Uh, it's also why I like him in the Justice League because he's rarely in the fight because Batman versus Superman kind of highlighted how fucking stupid Batman looks when he has to stand next to Wonder Woman and Superman in a fight.
yep.
Like,
That's why he's got to fill a different role in the team.
yeah. So having him as like the pseudo leader, the planner, the strategist, I like that. Superman's fighting Doomsday in the city, and Batman's running around trying to figure out how to turn off this goddamn bomb. Because the crazed vigilante in a costume is the one who's going to deactivate the bomb. But like those type of scenarios I like better than, Batman, Superman gotta team up to fight Doomsday. I don't think that's gonna fucking matter much. I feel like he could just have Superman do Doomsday by himself and Batman could go home.
Yeah, that's why Doomsday's more of just a Superman villain. He's not really a.
I'm using Doomsday as an example here just because he was the first
Well,
thing
yeah,
that popped
because
in my mind.
I mean, yeah, because he was also the villain of
A lot
technically
of Unlimited.
no Justice League Unlimited. I don't even think he was in that show.
It was
No,
either Justice League Unlimited or the original Justice League animated series.
are you thinking of
He was
Darkseid?
Yeah, I am thinking of Darkseid. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay. I was gonna say, yeah,
I mean,
Darkseid makes
Doomsday, I
perfect
think
sense.
yeah, no, Doomsday is in that.
Is he? I don't remember. I know he was in a lot of Superman the animated series. Oh wait, no, I could
swear
have sworn
he's
he was
one
just
or
in
two
two of the.
episodes.
I thought he was in two of the animated movies. Like in remember when DC like pretty much just
Also,
started making
question. I
it.
was thinking about this today, and
Yeah.
I was
What's
thinking
up?
about this for a long while before I forgot about it. Why did we do Death of Superman as an animated series? Well, like 10 years ago, we did Superman Doomsday, which was more
So
or
they
less the same fucking
explain
story.
the reason why they decided to do Superman Doomsday, or they start with Superman Doomsday because that was such a big story and it was a big deal to start with that one to launch this whole DC thing. Not to mention, initially it wasn't even planned to be a series of animated movies. It was just like they would release one every once in a blue moon, um, just to make some extra money,
Right.
essentially. So
I
the
mean,
reason they did this
worked
one,
out better.
yeah, yeah. So the reason they did it that time with Death of Superman is one, they wanted to do the actual like straight comic book story because like Superman Doomsday is a loose adaptation. Like it is complete. It has tons of key differences, with only like the core theme being the same. Um. So they want to do that for one. So I think that was more of a creators thing. Is like they really wanted to do the original story. But I can understand that is just like because you like the story a lot, you wanted to adapt it. Oh, you lucky bitch! I had him dead to rights too, but Brigida followed me, and I didn't know. Good thing that distracted them away from their team. So, but the other reason, from to my understanding, was that they wanted to essentially do a soft reboot of these animated movies and pretty much give them their own timeline that they would follow from then on.
I
And
mean, I
and
guess.
since they're still going to be doing like one every year guaranteed anyway, they wanted to actually straight up just do a like have a timeline started completely fresh now.
Oh, they started fresh in the animated movies?
Yeah, Death of Superman's like the start of that. It's like it's Death of Superman. Then
Is
they
it good?
to my knowledge, from what I heard from reviews, because I haven't watched it, it is okay. It's not great.
Yeah, that's about what I figured. Or more accurately, that was about as high as I
From my
expected it to
understanding, you're
be.
wrong. Hentai live action movies are bad. Okay, I know there's quite a few of them.
Um, God damn, just like after Justice League, like starting with Justice League War and onward, they just got worse.
Here and there, I think there was still some very shining.
There was some good ones early on, but like I stopped watching them years ago
Yeah, that's
because it
fair.
was just like
I kept
one after
watching the
another.
ones that sounded good to me, and then I eventually did buy the collection because I really
Like,
wanted that
The
collection.
last one I know I watched, and I actually liked it, was Teen Titans Judas Contract.
Oh yeah, that was dope. I'll also say that Justice League Gods and Monsters was fucking great.
That came before that.
Before Justice League War? No, it didn't.
No, Judas Contract.
Oh yeah, that was before Juice Contract. Yeah. No, I didn't mean that was the last one you would have seen. I meant that you said the last. You said they started getting worse after Justice League.
W- Allow me to amend that. There was a much wider gap between good movies and bad ones, or bad movies and good movies, than there was beforehand. And on top of that, and I quote, faithful adaptations of the books were getting worse and worse. Like, oh. God damn, Killing Joke is just fucking terrible.
Yes. Yes.
Even if you
is.
cut out the first half, which is awful,
Yes.
you're still left with just. I
Um,
mean, it is the same. It is the same thing, but moving.
It's just with shittier art and and they don't seem to understand what made the original so good.
Yeah. Like, but it is more or less scene for scene. The same events happen. But yeah, it's lackluster considering it is based off one of the two most famous Batman comics of all time.
It's based on one Killing Joke's one story.
Yeah, one of the two. Meaning
Oh.
the other one was Dark Knight Returns.
Oh yeah, that one's great too.
And the animated movies for that are fantastic. That is one where the movies actually, I feel like, you know, added something.
Yeah. I mean, I to be honest, I haven't read the classic comic, so I can't speak on that specifically, but I can say absolutely that anime movie is
Maybe
great.
that was the thing. We didn't read the comic until later, or haven't read the comic.
Yeah, fair.
Whereas Killing Joke, I did read the comic beforehand.
I'd say that, but there's quite a few that I've definitely read the comics as well, and I've liked the animated one.
Superman Doomsday is still fucking...
Yeah, I've not actually read the Death of Superman either, but I've heard that the comic honestly isn't too great.
Who won that when I did anime night?
Who won what? Oh, who won that comic? I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
I don't remember who got those.
You're wrong. Anime and comics are for nerds. Who needs to read? Who needs to read? I mean, I still love comic books.
Technically, you don't need to read anime if it's got English.
True. And I'd also stand that most of those anime movies, even if you didn't read the comic, like, you still like Killing Joke. I feel like if you only watch the movie, you would then think the comic is bad. Like, that's my understanding. It's not the fact that it was just a bad adaptation, because it is essentially a shot-for-shot adaptation, but the problem is it is a pale comparison to what the original is. The thing about it is, like...
It only loses something. It does not contribute anything more.
The only thing I'll give it, to be fair, is I do really appreciate Mark Hamill just wanting to do that story more than any other, and trying his damnedest to make it work. And his rendition of the song from the comic is actually pretty great.
Also, Kevin Conroy as Batman. Always great.
Did he come back for that project? Oh, yeah, he did.
I remember right.
He did, yeah. I remember that for one reason.
They both said they would do it. I think Kevin Conroy said if Mark Hamill returned, he would.
Which is, it's fun, interesting, because, so, I saw that movie in theaters, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Because
That is surprising. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they did a very big, because they made a really big deal about that one, Killing Joke, becoming an animated movie. So I made a point. So I went and saw it. And after it, they did a, like, it was like an interview with Mark Hamill on the movie, and one thing he pointed out, which I thought was pretty cool, was if he's ever asked to do a project... if he's ever asked to do a project, the first thing he asks is if Kevin Conroy's on it. And if they say yes, he immediately accepts. He doesn't care what it is.
That's pretty dope, though. I've heard this story before, but I absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's just nice.
I love the fact that those two have so much respect for each other that they will jump into a project if the other's attached.
Yeah. That's all they need. They just, it's like, oh, he's on it? Oh, yeah, I'll be there. No problem.
And again,
you got it, boss.
Actually makes a movie even worse, because again, it's not a good movie.
No, it's not.
And then you think about that's the last time we got Kevin Conroy
as Batman.
And Mark Hamill.
I mean, hell, that's the last time we got Kevin Conroy as Batman, because he said he was done. Came back for that project.
Yeah, he only came back for that one project, And that's just depressing. On top of that, and this ain't normally something I really dig on for these kind of movies. Like, God, it doesn't look good. Like, it looks passable, but considering the amount of work they put into, or the amount of marketing and stuff they put into it, the fact that they were like making a huge deal about this, you think they would have come up with a better product than they did.
Yeah, it feels very much like it was just a cheap cash grab.
Yeah,
because it was a big story.
That's been the problem with like most of these. I mean,
yeah,
so many of these more recent adaptations are either loose or direct adaptations of famous comics. Only a couple of them are even worth watching.
Yeah,
Like, oh yeah, I'll give you it. Judas Contract is good. Now, I ain't read the comic it's based off of, but it is one
But
of.
that's also a
It
very
is
big
the
comic.
yeah, it is the definitive Teen Titans comic from what I've heard.
Yeah, Teen Titans was always
It's like-
seen as like a really actually kind of shit comic, but Judas Contract and like the pushing of characters like Deathstroke, like that was the story that put Deathstroke on the map as like a
Yeah.
villain bigger than just like the Teen Titans punching bag.
Give me 1 second.
So yeah, the fact that
But beyond that, okay, you got Teen Titans. They managed to get past some grade for Teen Titans. Death of Superman. I've heard nothing about it, and considering the original, the Superman Doomsday was granted different time, but considering that was a movie that if you brought up DC animated movies, that was always one that was like a must watch.
yeah,
Like, and the fact, yeah, and granted, I give you the original's got problems. There's
Yeah.
some shit that just straight up bothers me about that movie, but it's still a good movie overall. If you
Yeah.
ask me my opinion,
it's a fun little.
I do absolutely hate the introduction of fucking Lex Luthor and Superman. Though, and I've brought this up before with you, Zach, the fact that the introduction of the movie, Superman, gosh darn it, I might be able to end every supernatural threat that threatens the Earth, but if I can't even cure cancer, what good am I? And then the stark contrast, Lex Luthor, we've cured cancer. Alright, now slow it down instead and monetize the treatment.
Yeah, oh my god, dude, no, I love that shit. That's so comic books. Like, that is the most comic book thing ever.
Fucking terrible. But it's almost terrible to the opposite degree. It's almost so terrible it's good.
I love, I
For
know,
me, it's
it's-
almost. It ain't there.
Oh no, I love it. It's so comic booky to have like, because of course Superman, like the purest of good, the fact that he can't cure cancer kills him inside because he can save the day by punching things, but he'd rather do something more like cure cancer. But of course, Lex Luthor, who's the super evil genius, has already created it, but is monetizing it to make the most money because he's evil. And he
Not
twiddles
even
his
that.
little
He says,
non-existent
no, I'm not
mustache.
satisfied with the cure. I want a treatment, not a cure.
Yeah, I want a treatment,
that we
not
can
cure.
Squeeze money out of people with.
Yeah, because it's hilarious, dude. That's so great. That's fantastic. That's pure
Also,
comic
that's
book
like
bad
comic
guy.
booky. Have you seen the American healthcare system? That's everyday fucking life.
I mean, sure,
How-
but like,
I don't
comic
think
book
Lex
evil
fucking
is.
Luthor doing-
We all know comic book evil is just real life to like 11.
I mean, that doesn't even seem like real life to 11. That seems like real life to an 8.
That's fair. Yeah, it probably would happen. That one would happen, but the idea of a super being also wanting to cure cancer and then that happening, that's definitely a comic book
That
thing.
yeah, that is pure comic book. But
Showing that
Yeah,
if Superman had the ability, he would use it for good, but of course, evil Lex Luthor only uses it for evil.
oh my god,
As he twiddles his non-existent mustache.
as he twiddles his bald upper lip.
That would just be gross to look at. I can imagine just things like, what are you doing, boss? I'm
twiddling my lip because I don't have a mustache.
They're just like, yeah, of course, boss. You're the you're the best. There's a reason
Okay.
that you pay the bills, boss. You make all the
Zach.
big bucks. What's up?
Next time we do a D&D game, we rewrite characters. Me and you are making that dynamic.
Oh, of the
Once the boss wants the dumb fucking henchman.
Oh man, I don't care which one is which because I'd have so much fun with either.
I'd be pretty cool with either.
Oh my god, if
I
we
think you would have more fun playing a muscle character. I think I would have more fun as like a caster, but I also would have a lot of fun playing a muscle character. So
fair.
actually, no. Better yet, we No, I got to be the dumb one. You got to be the smart one. Because I'm playing the smart one. You're playing the dumb one in this current game. Despite the fact that I assume your wisdom's actually pretty high.
In this one? No, no, no. Oh wait. My wisdom's is decent. My intelligence is virtually nothing.
That's fair.
I've
I mean, my
literally
intelligence is nothing good either because it's my least important stat.
my intelligence is 8.
Mine is, I think, 11.
But
I
my
rolled
s-
pretty well.
But my strength is 19. I'm almost as high as it physically can be. My constitution is also I think 18.
Yeah, no, I got some pretty good rolls. I got a 17, a 16. No. What did I get? Yeah, I got a 17, a 16, a 15, two 13s, and an 11.
Dude, there's nothing more fun than just saying hi while invisible and freaking the fuck out of these players. He's just shooting everywhere and throwing flashbangs randomly. Oh, he finally hit me. Damn, I was having fun.
But what was it? Fuck. Yeah, no, I don't think I've seen like any of the DC animated films for like last 4 years.
Well, hold on. While I'm in just the skirmish match, I'm gonna see what the most recent few have been. See if I've seen any of them. DC animated movies. Let's see. Movies. Let's see. Flashpoint Paradox was good. You know, I'm just gonna go through them and like say which one's good because I've seen most all of them. Films. Flashpoint Paradox. Yeah, that one's good. Why is it starting there? The continuity established by crossing over common plot. Apparently it's... Oh, okay. So after Justice League Paradox, they pretty much started a line where there's actually like a continuity and everything.
Yeah, Flashpoint Paradox. After that, there's a straight continuity. Okay. I gotta backtrack a little bit. I gotta point out, in all fairness, about half of the original run pre-Flashpoint, about half of those movies were lackluster to bad.
Yeah, yeah. Emerald...
I forgot about a lot of these.
Like, Emerald Knight sucked dick. It was terrible.
Year one is fine.
Oh, Batman?
Yeah.
I guess.
That's about as high as I wish to put it. Superman, Batman, Apocalypse, I couldn't finish between not giving shit about the story and absolutely hating the art style.
Yeah, that one's not very good.
Crisis on Two Earths, I thought that one was solid.
Oh, I love that one. I actually really like that one.
I only ever watched it one time, so I didn't want to give it a more definitive opinion.
I think most people hate on it too, but that one's actually one of my favorite ones. Hee hee.
I do not remember Batman, Superman, Public Enemies, and I feel like that falls in the same category as the other Batman, Superman movie that I couldn't fucking stand.
I think I liked it, but I've actually read that comic, and I think I liked the comic more.
First Flight and Wonder Woman I don't remember very well. First Flight I think was okay.
First Flight was dope.
That one I think I've seen once. Wonder Woman I don't think I've seen at all. Gotham Knight is kind of a weird thing because it's a small anthology of shorts. But
Yeah,
that's fun. I wouldn't really count that as a movie, though.
I've also heard it's not great though.
just one. It's one of those things where I don't want to count it as a movie. And not all the shorts are great. Not all the shorts are bad.
And none of them
One of
are
those
amazing.
I don't remember. I remember one was super anime looking and going, ugh.
I think I remember that one. I think that's the one they put on like all the posters and stuff for it.
The New Frontier I thought was interesting.
I really like that
The
one.
classic.
That one's actually a shot-for-shot recreation too, and I think that one's pretty good actually. As someone who read the comic and watched the movie, that one's pretty dope. My only complaint is it runs a little long. It drags like a lot.
That's another one where I only watched once, and it couldn't have been like it had to have been at least 8 years ago.
It's fair. It's really for just people who really like comics, because that's like kind of what it is.
Which is
it's
fine.
It's
I
homage to
remember
Golden
enjoying
Age.
the movie,
Yeah.
but one that's a period of time where I have zero confidence in my own tastes.
So you'd have to see it again to really know if you like it or not.
Yeah,
It's very fair. You did like Get Backers.
I did. Granted, that was like 16-year-old me, which is far more understandable.
True. Trust me. I liked anything I found online, anything anime I could see. And I'll say for a fact,
If it was,
Get
like,
Backers
cool
and D and Angel
shonen-esque-
sucks. Oh,
I don't
Escaflowne
fuck-
kind of sucks too.
Escaflowne is not targeted towards me.
Yeah.
I'm
I mean, I'm not saying why I didn't like it. That's probably like D and Angel was absolutely not marketed towards me.
I read this wrong. I thought it said that in Superman Doomsday, Alec Baldwin was Superman. I was like, what the fuck?
No. Different Baldwin.
Adam Baldwin. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm really sad.
Because yeah, Alec Baldwin has never played Superman. Sorry, or played yeah. Though
Yeah, no, for
I believe he would reprise his role though in another one of the anime movies too though. Because there was like one DC anime movie where they explicitly wanted to change a lot of the cast, and he was one of the guys that got to actually come in for it.
but for
So
for all those ones I mentioned where I don't remember or I know for a fact they're bad, Superman Doomsday's good. Corny at times, but good.
yeah, it was also a really good choice when that was like the first one in these series of movies, and I feel like that was a really good pick to start it all off.
Also, I know Marvel does it, and Marvel somehow succeeds.
Yeah, you mean with
But
like the
I
MCU
hate all
or
those ones where they feel unnecessarily tied together. I like the ones where they had the more expensive art styles. Okay, Batman, Superman, Apocalypse is fucking heinous, but you know they
they can't all
tried
be
different
winners.
things. Yeah, they tried different things. And
Yeah.
the new art style that they've been using is a solid art style. Don't get me wrong; it works really well. I
Well,
mean,
you got to remember,
it-
this is before they realized they could market this art style.
Let's get Tayshawn's bitch ass in this conversation.
Look at Kazu too. He just jumped on too.
Second thought, maybe not.
Okay.
They're going to be playing Ark, and you know how that is. How many that on?
Yeah, he just got on. Or did he already get off? Oh. Yeah, I got a message saying he got online. Must have immediately got off then. Crazy. Or
All right,
maybe
well,
my
I'll
PS4 forgot.
invite Tay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't got a problem, but like Ark is a hard game to be in the same party with.
Yeah,
been on
I
both
mean,
sides of that,
I did it. I
I've
did it.
not been in that mood. What up, Tay? We're bitching about comic book animated movies.
Yeah. It's a
Oh,
let's
you mean like that trash ass film, Under the Red Hood?
we
Funny
haven't got.
enough,
We
next
have.
one on the list.
Oh hell yeah!
Which is,
Oh, fucking
is-
fantastic! Like holy
as far
shit!
as I've heard, better than the comic it's based off of.
And someone who's read the comic, yes, that comic
It was
is
fantastic that it ended.
that comic was so okay, but man, that anime movie kicks ass.
All-Star Superman, your
Is
fucking
fucking
favorite.
awesome. No,
Yeah.
that's not my favorite, but that one's fantastic. No, you're thinking of the other one. The other one is my favorite. We haven't gotten to
What's
that
the
one
other
yet.
one?
Superman versus the Elite.
Sorry, that's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
So, Justice League Doom, solid movie.
Yeah, I dig Justice League Doom.
I don't
It's
think
not
it's
not
great.
great, but yeah, it's a good
There we go.
Justice League comic. It's a good heroes are beaten by bad guys, then heroes beat bad guys.
Superman versus the Elite. Here we go.
Fucking love it. It's one of those stories that just much like Superman. All Star Superman is only good if you like Superman. Simple fact. It's just not good if you do not like Superman, because it's just an homage to Superman. Now the difference is though, Superman versus the Elite is just a perfect understanding of what makes Superman so great as a character, and I love it.
And the fucking Dark Knight Returns.
It's fucking amazing. Holy shit.
Goddamn.
Yeah, it was amazing that it finally ended as well.
Somehow perfectly recreating Frank Miller's classic comic of the same name.
It was.
And
I think you mean Hack Miller, the Frankenstein of comic book industry.
I mean, some people would argue with Frank Miller.
Yeah, but with a good reason.
Yeah, Frank Miller, as I understand it, is an extremely hit or miss author. Like, his shit is either fucking amazing or it's trash. And I hear from what I've heard, if I had to make a guess, it's like a 2-to-1 ratio.
Yeah, but when it's
For
good,
every
it's
two
damn
trash
good.
ones.
Did you guys
For every
already
two
Flashpoint?
trash ones, you get one.
No, we
fucking
haven't gotten
amazing.
there yet. I was waiting until that because I have that list of all the stuff post Flashpoint.
Superman Unbound? I don't remember anything about
That one is okay. That one's a recreation of the big Brainiac story of the same name.
Yeah, that's
the
the one
comic
I
book
watched,
is.
and I felt nothing watching it.
Yeah,
That's actually the
I love
the movie
that
that
comic,
broke
though,
Team
I'll
Four
say.
Star.
Oh yeah,
What?
Superman
Yeah.
Unbound. Oh yeah, BoJack Unbound. Yeah, both are unbound, dude. Damn, I got caught.
All right. Justice League Flashpoint Paradox,
All right, so I got
which probably should have just been called
Flashpoint.
Flashpoint Paradox.
because it's just the Flashpoint comic. It's dope. Holy shit, that's great.
Yeah, that is
It
a
is.
great movie, and it leads into such a subpar series of movies. Because whereas you could argue that even the bad ones, with the first list we went over, even the bad ones were interesting and experimental, even if they didn't all work out. Some of them are actually just bland and lifeless. Fair point. Some of them are bad, but at least they were trying something new. But a lot of them are good, and some of them are fucking amazing.
Did you guys go over the Killing Joke already?
No, we're getting there.
No. I mean, we
Um,
spent a long time bitching about it, but we'll get to that soon.
Justice League War is actually the next one, which we said was good.
No,
Justice League War.
That was
We
one
talked.
that on
Yeah,
every repeat watch, I liked it less and less.
I kind of like it. It's just based
I
on
still
Justice
like it.
League's New 52 1. Like, it's just based on the first trade of New 52 Justice
Yeah.
League. And it's pretty much the same, and it's pretty good. I think it's a little easier to watch than it is to read, honestly. And yeah, it's fine. It's usually one of the more accepted, simple Darkseid stories, I think. Because usually Darkseid stories are like a whole thing of, holy fuck, everything's gone to hell, and now because Darkseid is here. Where that comic is more, Darkseid is here as an alien invader more than just like the evil entity known as Darkseid. So it's a much easier to accept, like, it's a much easier to enjoy film, whereas like with comic books, you kind of need that crazy mysticism with characters like Darkseid.
Yeah.
Son
of Batman.
Son of Batman was okay. I didn't hate
one
it.
I think
I
is
didn't
pretty
love it. It's fine. I really was happy to see Damian Wayne get some love because that was the first time he's like appeared outside of comic books, and I'm a big fan.
And I'll give it Now, I have not read a ton of comics with Damian Wayne.
Yes.
That being said, every time I see him in a comic, I kind of want to beat the shit out of him.
Hey, you should. That's his character.
In the movies, yeah, I kind of want to kick the shit out of him. Kinda. But I also like him as a character. That really does start with Son of Batman. They establish him. I wish Dick did more in that. But, you know, he's just there. I love that fucking Nightwing is in the comics, like, Dick Grayson's kind of a playboy. Like, he gets around a lot.
Yeah, it
But, like-
depends upon the writer. Unfortunately, Dick Grayson's a character who never has a true, just singular character because no one's exactly sure how they want to write him.
Except for Teen Titans.
He's been around for like 40 fucking
Well, Teen
years
Titans is
and no one
actually
knows
just one example of how he's written. Sometimes he's written as the teen hero who wants to be the next Batman, so he takes his job as like dark hero too seriously, and it causes him to lose sight of who he is, kind of deal. And then sometimes
he just fucking hates Batman.
Sometimes he hates Batman. Sometimes he's a super playboy. Sometimes he is overconfident and cocky and kind of just like a dude who takes it not seriously enough because he's just too chill and is too trusting of people. And that's kind of the thing about Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson just doesn't have a accepted character because he's written differently every time.
But despite him being a playboy in a lot of his iterations, funny thing is they get a lot of gay actors to play him. Which is not important, but it is funny to me.
He's usually...
Like Neil Patrick Harris, who was fucking fantastic, by the way.
Yeah, he's great.
And Sean Mayer, who's, I believe, been his voice consistently since Son of Batman, but I'm not sure on that. He does a really good job as well. I'm looking at the thing, so I know his name just because I'm looking at it.
Gotcha.
But I believe it's been the same voice actor since then. Let's see here. Fuck Assault on Arkham, dude. Batman
Just League
Assault on Arkham.
Yeah. Oh no, after Son of Batman
Suicide
is...
Squad.
Oh, that's wait, where's just... Oh, it's not even on here. Weird. Yeah, it sucks. It's a simple fact. It sucks.
Just
it's bad.
War, Son of Batman, now we're Batman Assault on Arkham. Which is a somehow shittier Suicide Squad movie. But Batman's more important in it, so they decided to name the movie after him, despite the fact that, like, he's kind of the villain of the movie, the antagonist.
Yeah, he's the antagonist of the movie, at least, yeah.
He's barely in it.
And when he is, he actively, like, feels like he's just wasting time in the movie.
Oh, that will be a theme in these movies.
Yeah, because you got to sell those copies, and much like comic books, you got to throw in the most moneymaker, like Batman.
Justice League, Throne of Atlantis.
Oh man, does it fucking suck. It's...
Oh boy, is it terrible. And again, it's just an Aquaman movie. It's not yes, the Justice League is in it, and it's far more prominent. But it is an Aquaman movie. It is all about Aquaman. It is his origin story. Why the fuck is it called Justice League?
In fact, it's based on New 52 Aquaman, which Justice League are not in. And then it just combines the Throne of Atlantis Justice League storyline in it, just to tie it all together somehow. And man, it shows, because it sucks. Like, it was kind of risky, honestly, putting Aquaman in before, like, before his live-action adaptation, and... yeah, they did not... I mean, he's Aquaman. Like, he acts like Aquaman.
He's fine.
He's Arthur Curry. But, like, the movie is never interesting.
Like,
and
hilariously stupid Aquaman.
Also, Ocean Master is a shit villain, and the fact that Black Manta's in the movie, says nothing, and then is killed, is just awful. Because Black Manta is, like, the best Aquaman character, period.
Isaac, did you skip over Emerald Knights?
We did actually skip over him.
Yes, we did kind of, but no, you came in long after that.
Yeah, we brought it up earlier. It sucks. It's bad. First Flight is good, though. Green Lantern First Flight's dope. That's like...
Emerald Knight is a bunch of bullshit where I don't actually get to see the Green Lanterns do anything.
Yep, just stories about the Green Lanterns doing something before this movie happened.
Um,
If you remember that one.
so I did not know that Sean Astin played Shazam.
Yeah, yeah, he does.
I fucking love Sean Astin. He just does whatever the fuck he wants, and I love it. He was in a Terry Pratchett movie adaptation for BBC.
It's cool.
I guess he was really popular after Lord of the Rings. They hired an American fucking actor to do it.
Batman versus Robin. It's I like it more than Son of Batman. I still don't think it's very good. Like, I love that they tried to incorporate the Court of Owls storyline, which is a really good story, but it feels like it's a background story to the main plot, which, again, is a disservice, because that should be the main plot, is Batman Court of Owls.
Also, in like all these movies, Nightwing is just... Nightwing is, how do I put it?
In the...
he is the Gohan of these movies.
to be
He
honest,
shows up.
he should
It's
just
kind
not
of cool.
been it.
You kind of like him, and then he just gets the shit kicked out of him.
I mean, that's Nightwing, man. Like, to be fair, Nightwing I don't think is in any of these stories, so I think they just put him in because people like Nightwing.
I mean,
And-
to be fair, he does have a part in the Court of Owls from the comics. Because I was reading the Nightwing comics from New 52, and it split into Court of Owls.
Yeah,
So he
because
was a
that
part of that
incorporated
story.
every member of the Bat family.
Yeah.
Including Carrie Kelly.
No, she was... Unfortunately, New 52 liked to just delete characters and make it seem like they never existed. She was unfortunately one of them.
Who the fuck is Carrie Kelly?
The female Robin from Dark Knight.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought.
She's great. And she's not...
I mean, she was in The Dark Knight Returns. She didn't need to be in any other comics.
To be fair, she's an Elseworld character, but yes. In New 52,
that's
she
what I
technically
mean.
doesn't exist. Because that Elseworld
Yeah, but
is
going
not
off the old
real.
continuity, she doesn't exist either, so it works out.
Yeah. Now she does, though. Because
Oh.
there's a series of Dark Knight Returns comics.
But I mean, in the old animated series,
Yeah, yeah.
for lack of a better word. The
Right.
old animated movies before the New 52 run. essentially.
Batman Bad Blood is so close to being a good movie, and then it just drops
you
the ball at
skipped
the
one.
end. I did
You
what I
skipped
skipped.
an actually good one.
Gods and Monsters.
Was it
Justice
Gods?
League Gods and Monsters.
Oh my god, it's so good.
That is an actually legitimately good movie.
Like, the idea of making your own Elseworld comic is such a great... Like, I'm so shocked they don't do that. Like, they've only done it, like, this one time in these movies, is do their own
And
self-created
it's one of
Elseworld
the
comic.
ones that people think is one of their better movies from these runs.
Yeah, and hell, it literally spawned its own series of comics. They made a bunch of animated shorts to promote them, just this one movie, to introduce each character and their backstories. And it's so great. The idea of taking Batman and making him not Batman, it's Man-Bat. Like, it's actually Man-Bat. It's the actual character name and all. It's not Bruce Wayne.
Oh god.
And then it's freaking, and then you take Superman, make him Zod, which, that's fucked up. And then and the coolest one of all, take Wonder Woman and make her Big Barda. That's great. Just make her a new god. That's awesome. I love it. It's such a comic
I need to
book
rewatch
comic
that
book.
movie.
It's such
I
a
need to
comic
rewatch
book.
that movie. Sorry.
No, it.
But Batman Bad Blood. This is probably one of the ones I have the most problem with for being a... I have interesting problems with this. Go ahead.
So my problem with it is at first I'm excited for it because so Batman's disappeared, and then so Dick becomes Batman, joins up with Damian, so we get Batman and Robin, one of my favorite series of comics of all time. We also get Batwoman in, who's great. We get freaking and then we kind of get a build for some kind of story. I forget what it is exactly. But in the end, it just it seems like it could be good, and then it completely drops the ball entirely. It sucks. It's boring. It's bad. And
So this is
this is bad. I hate it.
a problem. This movie would probably be a pretty good movie, if not for fucking Batwing.
That's also true.
Literally
They
just
really focus on
ruins the
Batwing.
pacing. Yeah, ruins the pacing. Does not add anything to the story. He's literally just a part of this. He doesn't really have a reason other than he kind of was around when some shit happened. His dad got killed, and he's like, well, now I have to join whatever the fuck they're doing. Like, it's like, really? Because Batwoman, on the other hand, is absolutely fucking fantastic in these movies. Actually has a reason to be in with the main plot. Like, not that Batwing's motivation for being a hero is bad. It's solid. It's
Yeah,
straight
lost
up
your
comic.
dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lost your father. He turns out owns a tech company who's made a super duper batsuit.
But he doesn't belong with the rest of this. Batwoman gets involved because she feels responsible for Batman's death.
Yep.
Death, quote unquote. Damian Wayne is his son. Yeah, kind of involved. And also his partner in crime. Or crime fighting.
Yeah.
And Dick, his surrogate son, who now feels he has to take over Bruce's role as Batman because he feels that shit will go straight south if there is no Batman.
It's amazing they have never done the Battle for the Cowl storyline.
That was kind of what they were doing here. Not exactly, but this was like the story before that or after that. It's weird.
Jesus Christ, Reinhardt.
It's like the Battle of the Cowl kind of should have been in there, but wasn't because they didn't want to do that, which is interesting because that's a popular comic.
I mean, it's not a very good one, to be honest. As someone who owns it, but... like,
I mean, yeah, but there's plenty of popular comics that they fucking took every opportunity to adapt despite not being good comics. But so Bad Blood, yeah, Batwing just kind of fucks the whole thing up. And on a personal level, I kind of wish I got more out of the Batman Nightwing fight, aside from just Nightwing getting shit canned by brainwashed Batman.
Well, yeah, it's Batman. Dude, Nightwing ain't
I
picking
mean,
up.
yeah,
Ain't
I
beating
ain't got
the
a
shit
problem
out of
with
him.
Nightwing losing. He goes in there kind of strong and gets fucking Vegeta pretty fast.
It's great, dude.
Speaking of My Hero Academia, best Vegeta moment, Bakugo shows up, Super Boss immediately gets shit wrecked after 5 seconds of being super cool. It was like
Yeah.
a primo Vegeta moment from every
And it
other
was
movie.
and it was great, dude.
Absolutely.
Really
Anyway,
love it.
Tayshawn,
Yes.
would you like to join in this thrashing of Bad Blood?
I haven't seen it. The only two films that I've seen are Batman and the Ninja Turtles and Ninja Batman.
Which we'll get to. Next, I
you
believe,
two
is
will,
Justice
but-
League versus Teen Titans, correct?
Let me check. Oh, yes, it is.
It sucks. It's a bad movie.
Also, it's also, again, that shouldn't be the title. If you were going to go this route with the title, it should be Justice League shit cans the Teen Titans, then solves their own problems, and the Teen Titans are also there for that.
Well, the Teen Titans are there to fight Trigon, which they do that. But then they...
Except it's the Justice League who really fucking get the job done.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, the point of the
feel
movie
like
is
with
it's
this movie,
pitched...
it's like they had no faith in Teen Titans, which at this point had multiple super popular fucking TV series. Like, because I'm pretty sure Go was already going by this point.
Yeah.
And the original Teen Titans was super successful.
Yeah.
Ran for 5 or 6 seasons.
That was 5 seasons, yeah.
So I like this. It's like they didn't have the confidence for Teen Titans to kind of run their own movies, so they just like, we'll have the Justice League there too. Also, this is kind of the point where, like, I know these movies are aggressively edgy for a lot of these, but this is the one where every fucking person in here was the angsty teen. All of them were angsty teen characters.
Well, that was more just because of the members they chose, because they are.
Well, here's the thing, and we'll get to it. The other Teen Titans movie is not that case. But yeah, no, that's a terrible fucking movie. I don't have much to say about it. The Teen
Besides
Titans
all
don't even feel
that.
like that. Despite the fact that the movie is about the Teen Titans,
And it
the
follows
movie
them the
feels like the
entire
Teen
time.
yeah, but I also feel like the Teen Titans don't do anything in their own fucking movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Again,
They fight a
pretty
few
much the
demons
Justice
in
League
one,
solves
on like a barge or something.
yeah, they do fucking grunt work, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Like all the major problem solving is the Justice League. Like, and then you get to the Teen Titans versus the Justice League. The fight lasts a couple of minutes, and it's not even a fight. It is a one-way shit stomp.
Yeah.
It is just
Yeah,
the Teen
you do
Titans
not
getting
get
fucked,
Justice League the shit out of the Teen Titans.
and then solving their own problems. Oh god, that is actually probably maybe the worst one we've covered so far. That is
At
a
least the one
fucking
that frustrates you the most.
No, the one that frustrates me the most is Bad Blood, which is almost a really fucking good movie, and then Batwing has to be there, and it ruins the pacing, and it takes attention away from the shit we care about.
Yeah.
If not for that, I feel like that movie would be really fucking good. The Killing Joke.
Killing Joke was next.
Yeah, right
my
after
list.
Justice League vs. Teen Titans.
My list is
On
like
this
missing movies. Gotcha.
Is it? What do you
Yeah.
got?
No, mine is actually just missing movies because like some of these are just not on here. I think because this is just the timeline. I don't think this is. I have a list of just
okay.
all the movies.
So The Killing Joke. Tayshawn, you asked about that, and do you have an input on this one?
Yeah. It's good. I enjoyed it. The first 15 minutes were not good, but then once you get past the part that we all know I'm talking about, it gets real good.
First 15 minutes? You mean the first
35.
35 minutes? Because it's an. Actually, it's more like
It is
45.
a 70-minute movie, and the first half of it, the first 35 minutes, are the bad stuff. So, question. Who wanted to see fucking Batman plow someone half his age?
Well, that's obviously happened. We already knew that.
Yeah, because, you know, good old DC, we have a beloved cartoon franchise. What do we need to do? We need to make a comic book series, fill it with more edges than a fucking razor blade factory, and make it fucking terrible.
Oh, you bastard! That was somehow perfectly
fucking
timed.
God. And to reiterate this, apparently they just want to, or sorry, apparently they want to reiterate their mistake to clarify, no, we did that intentionally.
What?
Yeah, that
the
shitty fucking...
the Batgirl thing?
Really, yeah, the Batgirl thing from the comics.
Oh, I mean that's been in different comics before. It wasn't just that one bad section of Batman Beyond 2.0. That's like a whole thing that's been implied for years.
But I take exceptional offense
Man, our
to
tanks
it
suck.
in the New Adventures of Batman and Robin, I believe, is a comic. The one based off the animated series, because in that one, it's just fucking disgusting, dude. Like, the chick is literally the age of his surrogate son and is dating his surrogate son.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be
They
fair, in
broke
this
up
movie,
and
that's
she-
not the case. Yeah.
Well, in this movie, yes, but moving on. So the context is for this is for the movie is that, you know, the Killing Joke was kind of like originally, how do I put it? It was following after the events of the current comic at the time, but was not canon.
Yeah, it was an Elseworld
Like-
story.
Yeah, but it was still like following immediately after the comic. So if you were keeping up with the comics, you could jump right over to this, and you know, everything would be up to date. So
Yeah.
in the movie and in the comic, spoilers if you haven't watched or read this, but I don't know why you're listening to us rant about movies if you haven't heard us, haven't watched them. But
Hey, Sean,
Just
why are you sleeping? If you're that tired, you don't need to be in chat, man.
sorry.
It's okay.
you're good, dude.
I just,
If you're
you
tired
think-
though, just go to bed.
Yeah, man.
I want to talk about turtles.
Okay, we'll get to it here in a second.
It'll be a little bit. It's quite a ways down the list.
Then we'll do it faster.
How about we just skip to that one, then cut back?
All
Because
right.
I have no input on that anyway.
All right. So so this is Tay and I talking about Batman.
Well, hold on.
What?
We didn't finish Killing Joke.
All right.
So yeah, Barb gets shot in the spine and is paraplegic, hence Oracle.
Yep.
Um,
Granted, she does not
But-
become Oracle in that story, but that's what leads to
No.
Oracle. Because the comic
Yeah.
was so popular, it became main series canon, even though it wasn't intended to be initially.
right. So, when this movie comes out, we haven't even seen Batgirl
Well,
in the animated movies, aside from maybe once,
That-
and even then I don't
okay,
think so.
so I get your implication is that that's why they made Batgirl into a character. That is actually not why.
Why?
So the reason Batgirl was made into a character is because the original comic specifically used her as a plot device. She has no
Yes.
other role in the story besides being shot and being raped.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at.
But in this movie, one of the biggest regrets was that, and that's actually why the original writer, Alan Moore, hates that comic. Is because he had to use her as just a plot device. So, in the movie, they decide to give her a character. Unfortunately, that character is an obsessive young woman who wants to stop the bad guys to prove she's not just a kid, and she sexually assaults Batman. To prove she's a grown adult who can make her own decisions. Both were not cool with it. It's a really stupid scene. And the movie's pretty made altogether worse for it. And if it wasn't there, the movie would still be bad. Though not as bad.
I mean, if it
honestly.
wasn't there, the movie would be leagues better, but it would still just be kind of a piss poor adaptation. Like, yeah, it hit all the points, but
I mean, it already
didn't
is
do
just
anything
that.
beyond
But then it would just be that.
yeah, I'm saying if it was just that, it would be solid. It would be watchable. You could watch it, enjoy it. The big thing is, at that point, it's just like, go read the comic. It's better. Unless you're just violently afraid of comics, which, you know, I kind of get. But, like, unless you have an extreme opposition to reading comics, you know, there's nothing you get out of this. Even foregoing the first half of it.
Yeah.
Okay, Batman Ninja Turtles. Go, guys.
Okay.
Was great.
Yeah, it is absolutely spectacular.
It's honest to God, I know how this is going to sound, but I actually do. I think it's on par, which Zach might not agree with me on this, but I think it's on par with Under the Red Hood, if not better. I think they nailed the Turtles. I really do. It's honestly one of the best adaptations of the Turtles I've seen in a long time.
100%.
Not the new
I hear
cartoons
that 3D run was
good.
pretty good.
But I know my problem with the current iteration of Turtles in the new cartoon is that, like, although they all look very different, they're all
Their
very
character
similar
dynamic.
characters.
Yeah. Their dynamic as a team is awful. And they're the same character. They're
Yeah,
all
they're all
Michelangelo.
Yeah, they're all, which is cool, but like
No, it's not. I hate it. I hate that fucking show. That show sucks dick.
Which show?
The current one running on Nickelodeon. I heard the 3D one's very good, and I haven't watched it, and I really, really want to.
I don't know what the current one running on Nickelodeon is.
It's called Reshelled, I think, something like that.
It's the one where they all have very anime-esque looks, and they're very different looking turtles too. Like,
Yeah,
they're all-
'cause-
another Super Anime Turtles.
oh yeah, I forgot about the future one. Yeah.
Anyway, so this
Turtles
movie,
Forever. This is probably one of the best
man,
cartoon adaptations. Of
I
Turtles.
love Turtles Forever as well. Honestly, yeah. So you bring up that it might be better than it might be better than Under the Red Hood, and what have you. Honestly, it is better. Like I fucking love. So I watched this movie with my cousin, big comic book nerd, which you guys of course know who he is, but to clarify for the online viewer, just say that he's my cousin. He's a big comic book fan, and can enjoy just a good comic, and that's like his thing. So we went in watching the movie, thinking it would just be an entertaining, okay film, and that would be it. And no, it was so much more than that. It was incredible. It was a great Batman story, and one of the best Turtles ones. Because, man, they totally get the comic book versions of the Turtles. Because
it's great.
it's absolutely fantastic. I loved
The only complaint I have,
every
and that is just the Harley Quinn hyena. That is it.
It's because it's fucking creepy, dude. It's actually unsettling to look at, which is the point. She even tongue kisses with the fucking cobra. Like, it's gross. It's very unsettling, which is the point, but it's still very disgusting. Regardless, the movie is fantastic. Given Ra's al Ghul as the villain is great, only because like Ra's al Ghul and the League of Shadows is literally just the same thing as the Shredder and the Foot Clan, which is also funny because they're a parody of the Hand from Daredevil. And yeah, they basically flow so well together, and there's a reason. So there is a series of comics called Batman and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and these anime movies were made to promote that. But the story from the movie is its own standalone story. It's not an adaptation. They literally just like use the same concept, and that's it. Also, not to mention, the one from the comic books is specifically the animated series, Batman, Robin, and Batgirl. Whereas this one's clearly from the animated movies they're running right now.
The new 52.
Yeah. Their new 52 versions, yeah.
It is a genuinely good movie, and I would definitely advise it to anyone who likes either of them.
Or someone who can just enjoy a fun, campy, just action movie.
Yeah,
Like,
it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it a lot.
It's funny. It's very heartwarming. Like, also one of my favorite depictions of Damian Wayne. Like, so the idea of Damian Wayne, this super assassin, but he's just a kid. This is the first time where someone like took him and tried to humanize him. So his whole personality is he's a kid who wants to be a dumb, fun kid who's just trying to have a good time, but never could because he's raised as a super martial arts assassin from comic book world.
While we're in this era, oh, go ahead.
Oh, my whole comment was just,
Yeah, so they depict him as he just wants to be a kid. He wants to be like the Turtles. He wants to enjoy pizza. He wants to party. He wants to have a good time, but never got that. So that's honestly, extremely different take to Damien that just makes perfect sense and really works.
It actually is a really good. I'd never thought about it, but it really is a good representation. Well, not representation, adaptation of Damien.
Yeah, it's just a good.
Everything, like even when it comes down to the pizza scene, like it's a good movie, dude. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it's hard for me to even complain about it. That I love it so much. Like I have so little issues with that movie, to the point where I think I just have none. Like there's nothing that actually upsets me or I don't like. That her being unsettling is fine. I'm cool with her being like this creepy, freaky, ugly thing, this monster that's actually unsettling to just look at. That's totally cool with me.
I was gonna say on the flip side of that though, you know what new era Batman movie was super disappointing to me? Which actually I would be surprised if you didn't like it.
What's that?
Ninja Batman.
I have not seen it.
Oh wow, really?
I want to see it. Haven't seen it.
It was very disappointing to me. I think you would like it though, solely
Okay.
because of the mecha fight at the end.
Yeah, I honestly, though I do love Power Rangers, Sentai, and the like, I actually don't like mech battles, so I doubt I would like it for that anyway.
So that is actually a movie where me, on the opposite side of that, I looked at the stuff for it and I was like, oh my god, this is made for me to hate it.
Oh,
Top
Ninja
to bottom. Yeah,
Ninja. Yeah, okay.
top to bottom, it looked like something that was specifically designed to upset me. Like, oh, Batman, but he's a ninja. I mean, he kind of was,
Well, he-
but alright.
I mean,
Cool.
it's not really him as a ninja. It's actually just Batman, but he's in
Yeah.
ancient Japan because
I
comic
also
book
hate
stuff.
Robin's design in it.
Yeah,
Oh.
I have not seen his design specifically.
I'll send it to you. The best part of that movie, and it really is just the scene that. And that's just because I love scenes that do this with the Joker. But it's the scene. There's a point. Would you care about spoilers at all?
No, I guess not. I mean, we're already pretty much talking about spoilers, so whatever.
There's a point in the movie where the Joker also gets sent back to the past with Batman and everyone else, and
course.
he loses his
That's in
memory,
the
which is a big
trailers.
comic book trope. And he becomes like a regular farm guy, and Batman just goes up and like harasses the shit out of him, and I'm pretty sure he even kind of like beats him up, and then he ends up remembering who he is, which means if Batman wouldn't have fucked with him, he would have been fine and just like lived the rest of his life as like a peaceful farmer in feudal Japan.
I mean, that goes
That's
to the
dumb.
new super edgelord thing they like doing with Batman. Batman makes all his enemies.
Yeah, no, I actually hate that because that's
I
always
hate that. For
that
one,
is something I've seen in
then
plenty-
Batman's just a terrible person and needs to stop what the fuck he's doing. Why
Which-
would I be rooting for a
which
hero
defeats
who
the
has
whole
caused
purpose
all
of-
these problems?
Which defeats the whole purpose of his thing of if he doesn't do it, no one else will because it needs to be done.
It's not
Yeah,
his
except,
fault.
yeah,
It's
I
for
mean, it needs to be
Beta's
done because your ass fucked up and did this shit. You go apologize to these people, not beat the shit out of them on the regs.
That's why I love the Flash. I think one of my favorite scenes in comic books, well, the Batman actually has a really good one too. But one of my favorite comic book animated cartoon scenes is from Justice League, and I know you both probably know which one I'm talking about, which with Flash and the
absolutely.
Trickster.
Absolutely.
Oh
It's
yeah,
fantastic.
that scene's great.
For one,
Uh, Also,
that animated series did those characters better than pretty much most anything else.
well, outside the comic books.
I mean, you fuck comic books. This shit did better, man. Fuck them.
I mean, other than the comic books, but whatever. But, bro, like, one of my favorite things actually from comics is about Flash specifically is someone asks Snart, you know, good old Captain Cold, one of the greatest supervillains of all time, literally asks him why he always commits crimes in Star City. Because, you know, that's Flash's territory. Why would you want to fuck with one of the most powerful super beings in his city? He said, literally points out the fact, think about it. If I commit a crime, or if I steal something, I'll get punched, and then I'm going to go to prison, and I'll get out in a week with good behavior. If I commit a crime in Gotham, I'm going to have 20 broken bones. Like, it's literally just the difference is he chooses to fight the more powerful super being because he knows he's not going to get mutilated because of it.
I mean, you could just go to, like, any of the fucking millions of cities without, you know, super beings populating them.
Yeah, but there really isn't many. At least with stuff worth stealing, I guess.
I feel like you could find something. Go down to fucking Indianapolis. No one's gonna fuck with you down there.
Well, DC doesn't really have very many real cities, to be fair. That's more of a Marvel thing.
Gotham is Chicago, isn't it?
It's based on it, yeah. Loosely, yeah.
Except,
Star
you know,
City is
because Chicago actually exists.
Yeah,
in-
Star City is San Francisco, and Metropolis is New York. That one's probably the most obvious.
Yes, It's really weird because Gotham's supposed to be like Chicago, except Chicago also exists.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. You
Because
got to think
Dick
all these
Grayson
cities do
doesn't
still.
sit in Chicago.
Yeah, yeah.
It
All
is
these cities do
1860.
exist. It's just not common for them to be the base for like any comic book adventuring. That's kind of the whole thing about
No,
it.
what I like about Snark in the comics is a scene where he freezes a dude's leg and then
Oh my
breaks
god,
it
dude!
off.
Forever Evil is
That's
incredible.
a better characterization of him.
Is when he literally freezes off Johnny Quick, which by the way is the evil alt universe Flash, freezes his legs and smashes them, and explains the reason why is because unlike him and the Flash, they have a mutual respect, and he doesn't respect any of what he's like. He did not respect the crime
That,
syndicate
I think,
at
is a
all.
way better characterization. Like, oh yeah, Snark, if he really wanted to, he could fuck up Flash if Flash was playing around.
Well, yeah, potentially. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I added, if Flash was playing around, he could fuck up Flash. He could. Although, I don't know, fucking... Sometimes the way they seem to frame Flash's regeneration, I wonder if he could just lose a leg and get it back.
Oh yeah, he could. It would take time though. Like his healing factor is not like a instant heal. It's more of a. It's no yeah. It's not a Deadpool. It's not you could instantly regrow organs. It's more of like rapid healing. So it's more normal, not less super healing. So replacing a leg, I don't think he could do, but at least healing a stab wound, he would heal really fast.
I'm kind of going off of Flashpoint, the movie here, because he is.
Oh, when he fucking grows back his skin.
I mean, he is just fucking.
Oh yeah, well that's yeah. Yeah, that's right. I
Normal
wrote it.
healing wouldn't just fix that.
That's true.
You would be fucking destroyed head to toe, even if you just grew your skin back magically. That wouldn't fix that shit. Like,
Oh, it's like, okay, do it again.
Yeah.
I mean, what's he got to lose?
Yeah, dude. If he dies, like if it fails, he dies. If it doesn't succeed, they all die anyway. So fuck it, it has to work. That's the only option.
But moving on down our list of movies, here's another one which is in the same category as Bad Blood for me. Justice League Dark.
I love Justice League Dark.
I fucking hate this movie.
I know you do, and I think you're wrong because it's great.
I have two big reasons. First of all, Batman, go home. You got better shit to do. You're just here to fucking pretend you're cool.
Nah, he's there for one reason only.
Marketing.
No, well, that too, actually. No, he's not the only reason, but yes, also marketing. He's there to give a reason for the wizards to give exposition.
He didn't need to stick around.
Sure, how else are they gonna keep explaining?
the exposition part.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Any other straight man, any fucking other person, why
Well,
would you put... He literally does nothing throughout the movie. He throws a couple batarang. That's his contribution to the movie.
I mean, what more do you need, man? He just
Also,
needs...
I don't want Batman of all people to be the reason I hear exposition. Batman's normally the person shitting out exposition, not the other way around.
Also,
Oh,
what
yeah.
exactly are Etrigan's powers?
Etrigan?
Yeah.
He can breathe
Yeah,
fire.
what are Aragorn's powers?
You know Superman? Imagine that, but a demon.
Power of the sword. Oh, really?
Yeah. In fact,
that's
in the
fucking wild.
dark universe, Etrigan the demon is that universe's Superman.
Nifty.
He even has like it's just Etrigan, but he has an S burned into his chest.
But yeah, no. So, Batman.
He can
just
also breathe
pissing me off
fire.
for- Batman in this movie is just Batwing for the other movie.
Nah,
He's just there.
On, what version of Superman? Superman can breathe fire too.
that's fair. And well, in that version, he can, because Etrigan is supposed to be that universe Superman.
And yeah, I really hate Zatanna just getting fucking punked out of the final confrontation because she would end it immediately. Like,
I think you're overestimating the power of Zatanna, but fair enough.
I mean, that's kind of seems like the reason they just kind of came up with something that would debilitate her for the final
I
act.
mean, they're fighting Nightmare, and two, if fucking Swamp Thing can't punk that dude out, Zatanna ain't doing jack shit to that guy.
And Zatanna's got crazy magic, don't she?
That Swamp Thing's got literally the magic of the entire planet. If you fight him off Earth,
Not the
he's
same
pretty
magic.
weak. If you fight him on Earth, he is literally a Superman tier character.
Fair enough. Well, then that just... Assuming that Zatanna would be not super useful anyway, why then just write her out? I like Zatanna.
Writers probably wanted to.
Zatanna was like half the reason I was even watching it.
How much
Why
do
would
you
you
even...
just write her out of the final act by saying, oh, well, she used up all her shit, and now she's...
Yeah.
I mean, Zatanna's cool. I like her a lot.
So what are the limits of of magic in the DC universe? Because Mr.
There
There
isn't
aren't any. Magic changes constantly.
The only...
Mr. Picklex doesn't use magic, right? He's just like,
He is a being from the 5th dimension. That's it. That's why he can manipulate reality itself, because he dawns from the 5th dimension, which is imagination.
So the final movie on this list that I have seen personally,
Yes.
Teen Titans Judas Contract.
Yes, dope. It's a good
That-
movie.
That is a good movie. Also,
not-
you know,
did no one watch Gotham by Gaslight?
I no.
Man,
Why did
That-
you?
see,
no.
Oh, yeah. So why is it so surprising that we did?
after they started the new 52 movies, is just what I'm going to be calling them. After
It's-
they started the new 52 movies, they
That's
just kind
everything
of
after Flashpoint.
seem to be geared more and more towards edgy neckbeards.
I
And I
mean,
think that's a big reason I lost interest. Like Gotham by Gaslight.
yeah, I never saw
I know
it.
you're not going to do anything cool with that concept in these movies.
No, from
This
what
could
I
be-
hear is it's just based on an old comic that was okay, and it builds up a good mystery and is done really well, but the payoff isn't good, so it kind of takes the movie back.
Yep.
Yeah, and I haven't seen
Batman vs Harley Quinn, or Batman and Harley Quinn. I hear it's just a bunch of fucking toilet humor.
I've not seen it. It seems meh. I haven't seen Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay.
Death of
And-
Superman and Reign of Superman.
Haven't seen. Death of Superman and Reign of the Supermen.
Oh, Superman. I apologize.
I've not seen either. Batman Hush, I didn't realize came out already.
You skipped one on my list. Justice League versus the Fatal Five.
Oh yeah, I wanted to see that. I hadn't seen it yet. I really wanted to see that actually because Melanie Cruz is in that movie. I love Melanie Cruz. She's great. I definitely want to see someone else take a
Oh,
crack at her.
and this one actually is interesting because it has the original voice cast. Kevin Conroy, Susan Einsberg, and George Newbern.
Oh, the old Justice League team.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. You know, minus
That actually does interest me, but I also
course.
know that
minus like Jon Stewart and them, because Jon Stewart's not in the movie, and John Jones, because both are not in the film.
yeah. I have no clue.
I'm gonna say no because she usually isn't. But everyone
Looks like
else,
this has a whole bunch of new characters that no one fucking cares about.
nah, dude, Jessica Cruz is dope. I don't remember who the other characters are who are new, but I know Jessica Cruz is one of them. She's great.
I mean, yeah, but dude, there's like a whole laundry list of characters on here.
Yeah, I guess you.
And I'm like, I don't even know these characters from the comics, let alone anything else. Like, are you just gonna shove 5 million at me and hope that I like one of them?
I mean, they're gonna shove 5 at you.
They got New Green Lantern, Miss Martian, Brainiac 5, Saturn
Oh,
Girl,
Brainiac 5's dope.
Mr. Terrific, Starboy,
A lot of these are like
Pharaoh.
really, really old characters, actually.
Bloodsport,
I don't know.
King,
No idea.
sorry, not King,
More than 5 is an orgy.
Persuader, I apologize.
Nah, I still don't know who that is.
Emerald Empress and Mono.
Okay, Emerald Empress, I'm pretty sure is Jessica Cruz.
Apparently 2 different characters. Jessica
Oh.
Cruz, Green Lantern is up at the top.
Ah, there we go.
Batman Hush, I have the comic, I haven't gotten around to reading it.
It's perfect for those. It's one of the. Although I don't honestly think it's all that great. It is one of the perfect introductory comics.
Wonder Woman Bloodlines.
I have not seen it. Oh yeah, we skipped the old Wonder Woman movies too. The Wonder Woman movie. That one was okay. I actually finally
I
saw
brought
that.
it up when I brought up First Flight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think a lot of people shit on that one too, and from what I've seen of it, I actually liked it. Models is the guy with mono. He's
Superman Red
not
Sun.
really a superhero. Superman Red Sun. Oh yeah, that's the one coming out. Ooh, I can't wait for that one. That one I want to check out. Really bad.
No, that one's out already. As of February 25th.
Okay, that's the one I need to see then.
Let's see. We also have coming up Justice League Dark Apocalypse War
Yeah, that's the
and
next one.
Superman Man of Tomorrow.
Ooh, that sounds interesting. Motto, not models.
See, the problem I'm having here
Motto,
is
not models.
so many of these movies have been bad. Like, just shitty adaptations of good comics. And, oh my god, I don't wanna. Ugh. I think the big problem is, like, I like the old movies where if they were bad, it at least felt like they were trying something weird. With these new movies, it just kind of feels like the same problem with the DCEU, where it's like, oh, we're doing this because we think it'll do well. And that apparently is the whole motive force behind it.
Yeah, Apocalypse War's the next one coming out in May. That one I'm excited for. Oh yeah, we also didn't talk. The only other one I've seen is that we didn't talk about was the Constantine movie, because he had his own standalone film too.
I did not watch that one. I don't have a whole lot of interest in Constantine because he just seems like a badass character. I don't mean in the context of Batman and Superman, who are just super overpowered, but like a character who's like big personality traits. They're so cool with their dark background, their smoking, and their trench coating.
It's more of their life
And I am
sucks,
serious.
and they want you to know that. To be fair, it's only a New 52 thing for him to be a wizard. Yeah, where have you been, Scrub? Because, like, before that, he's never been able to, like... He can use magic stuff, but he's never been known to be, like... he's not going to cast Fireball. But, you know, now he does.
Also seems unnecessary for the character.
Yeah, it
But
is.
yeah. Oh god. Fucking DC, what will we do with you?
You make such good comics. If only you got the other stuff right, too.
I'm gonna head to bed, guys.
Yeah.
Alright, catch you later.
See you,
Later,
Tay.
guys.
I'm glad we
I mean, I
agree
can't
the
say
best
much for
movie is Teen Titans versus Justice League.
No, Turtles.
Turtles and Batman.
Yeah.
I have not seen that one, so I'm
Definitely check it
that
out.
was one where I saw I heard the premise and I was like, well, I'm done. But how do I put it? Yeah. Huh.
Yay.
Yeah. Trying to think here myself.
I mean, to be fair, the DC animated movies still a lot better than the Marvel animated movies.
I didn't even know they were still doing those.
I don't think they are, but the reason why is because they were bad.
They were bad, and their live action movies ended up being significantly better.
Yeah. No, because they made the two Avengers movies that suck. Avengers and Ultimate Avengers 1 and 2. There's Iron Man, something. That one sucked. I Still Stand Next Avengers is actually pretty good. Oh, what were the other ones?
Yeah, I cannot say for Marvel. And the only reason I'm giving DC a hard time is because it's like, dude, I know you could do better. I mean, how you just cut down the number of movies you're putting out a year and just fucking work on making them good movies.
No, they're gonna push out 2 a year every year.
2 or 3, yeah. It's like, oh my god. Just make good ones. You can. It's entirely possible. You do it. Just so often they're bad. I don't know. Apparently Alex Jones got arrested with driving while intoxicated.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Best part, his wife called the police on him.
Nice. So scared for her own life. She had to actually call the police
It
mid-drive.
didn't say she was with him.
Oh, then she was probably just trying to stop him. To save him from himself. Very noble.
Let's see. Let's see here. Apparently he got in a physical and verbal fight with his wife and then drove off drunk. Which, that sounds like spousal abuse, and probably would have headlined that first before drunk driving. Both are pretty equally terrible, though.
Yeah. To be fair, he wasn't detained for spousal abuse.
That's fair.
So, probably should have.
Although, going by how this particular article phrases it, it doesn't sound like straight up specific, like, definitely abuse, but like, they phrase it as like they were both kicking the crap out of each other.
That's not good.
It doesn't say more than just they were fighting.
Gotcha.
So it's like, well, fighting, technically they both have to be hitting each other and
Yes.
that, so...
So, not really abuse, more of just a domestic dispute.
Something of that nature. But, God. Man, fuck off, Pizza Hut. I don't need to see ads. I ain't got no money for ads. Always cracks me up. They had to write Broly 3 different times before they got Broly to a spot where he was legitimately, undisputably good. Indisputably.
Yeah.
They wrote him the first time, and he was bad. Then they wrote Kale. She was okay. She was better than Broly by virtue of Broly being so bad that wasn't much of a benchmark. And then you got Super Broly, and it's like, oh, well, he's actually good now. He's kind of like an amalgamation of Gohan and Goku. Like Goku's lack of an education with Gohan's just childish good nature.
Oh god, why is the whole enemy team just all over the back line?
Well, we don't need a front line if our back line's so good.
But like they're not touching the point and not capturing it all. And they're eventually dying. It's just I died before that.
Fair.
Because I'm just the healer.
Oh yeah, I was working on this D&D character. I still need to think through it. Oh.
Damn it. Fucking Reaper again. But they're just all flanking only.
See, I'm having this big problem where I don't know when I want to take, when I want to put points into, Warlock.
Right.
Because right now I'm thinking I'll probably only take 3 levels in Warlock and focus more on, Paladin, but I'm even debating if I need to do that. Really, the big thing is I want the level 1 abilities of Hexblade, being able to use Charisma over Strength, because I'll have Charisma maxed out pretty quickly. And then I could just take feats after that. Maybe bump up my Wisdom and Constitution to have Constitution also maxed out. And then I could just take feats with all the rest of my ability modifiers. And the level 1 abilities for Hexblade are also really fucking cool. I don't think they have to scale. I think they're all just pretty good from level 1. Yeah, no, these are all bonuses based off die rolls or proficiency modifier. They're not damage numbers, flat out, so they don't need to scale. So I really only need the 1 level. But going up to level 3 would give me some pretty badass Warlock stuff.
I get you. Damn it. Damn it. Ow. Oh, thank good for cheese. Saves us every time.
Yeah, boy. Alright, cool. 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 Okay, let's see what spells I get. Oh, three. I have 3 first level spell slots.
I will be your shield. Last minute check. Everyone squared away?
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Shot.
Capture objective B.
Everyone ready? Let's do it. Shield holding.
Shit. Ow. Man, how did I not even tell she was there?
Back to the drawing board.
Oh.
Catching you up.
Oh, Jesus. I got flashbanged and then earth shattered.
Ready for more. Allow me to repair the damage. More best this night. Go what up?
That just means they love you.
Feeling better?
Idiot.
Maybe I'll just pick Jared's brain Thursday about some of the stuff with magic, because I'm not super knowledgeable.
Oh, hey, Trevor. Oh.
I don't really know what the best things for this would be. All I really care about is having cure wounds. And unfortunately, warlocks don't get that.
Ow. I mean, at least they burned all their ults.
This looks perfect. Not to mention some bumps and bruises.
Well, it's getting late, so I'm gonna call it a night.
Okay.
I'll catch you later, Zach.
Yup.
Have a good one.
See ya.
Bye.
Whew. Oops, Leo and Willie. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Huh. Guess they just wanted us to take that point. Honestly, it was a good decision. Ah, damn. Yes! I just wanted to push him off. That's all I wanted. Back to AKCW. Really? Huh. Gotta change my show's name. Fair enough. Dude, them special effects in Kamen Rider. I know, they're great, right? Oh! Daido! Jump! Daido! Kick! It's great, dude. Oh, it's so good. I can't wait. I gotta watch it. Every day YouTube sent a message to my wife saying, does he scream too while he's eating? I like to think so. Rider jump! That we are not allowed to use. Huh. Fair enough. Okay. Huh, maybe I'll have to search it. Alright, final match. Win or lose. Copyright name. I get you. I look this up. I can't seem to find. I might have to uninstall and reinstall the app. So I'm having some issues with it. I might do that now. I'm thinking about it. It's a bummer, Trevor. Yeah. I don't know. I'd be very upset if Garbage Can got copyrighted and we had to change our full name. Well, if we were requested to. Technically, we wouldn't have to under copyright laws since ours is completely non-profit, so we can actually use the name however we want. Shout Factory TV. Holy 7 make these super heavyweights. It was so boring. I like my cruiserweights. My light heavyweights are my favorite. About underwear. So underwear under World Championship Wrestling. UUCW. Uka. Leo's not as big. I get you. Man, I can't seem to find Kamen Rider on the app. It's not on the channel either. It's on Tubi. The article read said a dub version might come to Shout TV. Huh. So it's only on Tubi then. Damn, then I might need another app to use it. Duh, damn it. I need healing badly. At least use Death Blossom. God damn. Getting those team fights, yo. Tubi is free and you get it in your PS4. That's how I'm watching it right now. Oh, okay. Ow. That hurt.
Apagando las luces. When faced with a setback, we must challenge our assumptions. I'm restoring.
intense game. I love how the bad guys turn into dish soap bubbles when they die. Do they really? I know very little about the old Kamen Rider. The guy who made Kamen Rider also did Cyborg 009. Yes, but he did the original Cyborg 009, the one from like the 40s. So it's not like I love Cyborg 009, but that's because I love the 2002 series. It is not the same show. The other one was like very old, aggressively racist, and and it definitely had a thing where all of the other people who were like every member of the team besides 009 were different races and had their own thing. But 009's thing was he could do all the things they did but better because he was the Japanese guy. But he was, of course, they're all cyborgs, so they have crazy superpowers. But he's the only one who did anything because he's the Japanese one. It was a very aggressively racist and very different show. But the 2002 show was dope. Loved that shit. Come to me, water. Come to me. Let's do this. Oh, I got bear trapped. That's an interesting strategy. Not a good one, but it is one. He rebooted them in the Skullman anime. Didn't like how the original came out. He was forced to add things the government wanted. That doesn't surprise me, I guess. I don't know. That seems a little weird. I do know that originally, at least with the Kamen Rider, the original concept was actually that Kamen Rider was supposed to be Skullman, and that was like the whole thing. God damn it. Why are we so separated? It's not a team fight unless you fight as a team, man. Feels like we're having all these one-on-one or two-on-one duels. Like, why would you... Like, where the hell has Genji been? Oh, he's in the back. He's all the way back there. Why would he be... Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I can out heal damage, but I'm not out healing a freaking full on attack like that. Heavy burst damage. Ouch. I don't know why. We have a... Go, Reinhardt. Go get him. Stop backing off. God damn it. Raider and Skullman, he passed away shortly after he worked with Bones on the anime. Yeah, I knew that part. But Skullman was the original concept for Kamen Rider until they decided to go with Bugs. Oh man. Whatever. Ow. They technically have the rights to Skullman. That's kind of cool. Oh. Like, man, we had that team fight, but our Reinhardt refused to attack until it's pretty much too late. There were so many shields, and he still just let the Zarya kill him. And give it to that Zarya. Yup. Of course. I'm so close. Well, guys, with that, as always, we'll call it there. Don't forget to stay lucky, and we'll see you at the next one. Hopefully I can get myself back into platinum. That'll be the goal. But we'll see you there. Bye, guys.